Record, is it on? Is it on? Are we live? We are live on Facebook this time as an experiment. But of course, welcome YouTubers and my faithful audience and the people on Facebook that decided to tune in. This is Peyton 3.0. Give me a moment. I need to go live. There we go. Thank you so much. Are we live? Thank you so much. Thank you. The EDM and drum step vocalist Zombie Supreme, but today we are talking about another episode of The Truth Is. Okay, The Truth Is. Make sure if you like this video that you press like, you comment and subscribe on the YouTube channel, which is Peyton 3.0. Sorry, youtube.com/C/Peyton30 covers hits. That is the YouTube channel of Peyton 3.0's Empire, which this will obviously be on. Anyway, we're to talk about, for this episode, why hypergamy is strategic and on a higher conscious level, okay? Why it is strategic and on a higher conscious level. Can I hear it? Are we on? All right. Are we on? Is it playing? Testing the mic, testing the audio. Testing the mic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it is on because my reader is not giving me anything. It's just blank. But anyway, welcome back. For those of you who are my loyal people, for those of you who are new, welcome. Thank you so much. All right, so this episode is called Why Hypergamy is strategic and on a higher conscious level. So, why do I say that? Because there are obviously about a couple kinds of people that are on different sides when it comes to this discussion. And I get that. And I understand that. But listen to me when I say why it is strategic, right? Number one, it doesn't benefit a man is supposed to be, and we're basically going to be talking about the heterosexual relationship when it comes to this, because this is where it mainly refers to, but this could also apply, of course, obviously in the gay community when it comes to just men, or when it comes to just women being together. But this really mainly happens in the heterosexual community, and whatnot. Transgender can happen there too, but mainly this happens in the heterosexual community, okay? And so we're going to be basically talking about those dynamics of why it is important for women who are obviously on a higher conscious level, not the gold diggers, not the people just looking for, not the women just looking for a come up. We're talking about these smart, conscious women who know how to listen to their bodily instincts and negate and reflect away from where we currently are as a society as when it comes to this man and woman dynamic, because there are just some things that you cannot deny in Mother Nature when it comes to the male and female body and how we operate and what it's supposed to be. The man is supposed to be the lead, okay? The man is supposed to be the provider. The man is supposed to be the protector for the most part, okay? Women will never truly be able to, even though they're now in the workplace, and I'm a gay man, okay? But I have a lot of knowledge, okay? A lot of knowledge. At 37 years old. So women, even though they're now in the workplace, they're shift supervisors, they're owning companies, CEOs, bosses, all of that. More power to y'all. Absolutely. But the more I really began to learn about the human body and the way the mind and the two bodies work for the two main sexes, okay? The two main sexes, man and woman. Right? Those two particular bodies. Right? Or we want to call them the main sexes, because that might be, or genders, because I might be offensive to our LGBT community, and I'm not trying to offend anybody in my own community. But let's just say the two well-known sexes, okay? There are some bodily functions that you cannot consciously deny or even overpower as a woman. And so women cannot truly work as hard as a man or stay consistent as a man just because of the way a woman's body works, right? The way that them cycles come and them cramps and things and all the things that the woman's body is more of a hindrance because of those things, because its only purpose, women's only purpose when it comes to the body is to survive and also to create life. Now that's going to be controversial to many people, of course, but we're not talking about what you've been raised with. We're not talking about the movement that's happening and what you've been environmentally, societally taught and whatever. When you might say that, we're talking about what the body actually is doing in all women that cannot be denied. We're talking about what the body's actually doing, okay? That cannot be denied. You can't just wish away the cramps. You can't just wish away the PMS. You can't just wish away the periods and some of the headaches that come along because of what your body's doing, not necessarily because of outside forces. You know, the woman's body has many preconditions to it before it even comes out the womb. And the more that a female becomes a woman, the more those things show up as the body goes to work, as it is assigned by its bodily community or your mother's bodily community to do what it was assigned to do as a female, right? So, but men, we don't have those problems because we're designed to get up, have no problem, those kind of problems with our body at all, be easy breezy and just go out there and get it, right? Go out there and get it. If we keep ourselves in great health and are conscious of it, despite the challenges that we have in this modern world that we find ourselves in, okay, then we're good to go. We're good to keep getting it. We're good to keep rising and grinding, you know, because of the way that our bodies as men are set up. Whether you're gay or not or whatever, bisexual, whatever. Right? That's the one thing that can't be denied. Women, on the other hand, their bodies will take over and do what it needs to do, and it's just going to be harder for you to operate like a man does. So there's just things that our bodies do that we may not like that our bodies do it. Well, for women, because like I said, being a man, the body's just easy breezy, honey. Let me just tell you, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, right? And I talked about this basically on my other video called working like a man, while a woman today at a certain income level at the bottom has to work a 9 to 5, and it's no longer a choice like it used to be before the women's movement to get into the workplace. Okay? So, why it is strategic for women, right, who are on a higher conscious level, but not just trying to completely rely on the man, because we just know in this economy that the only way for a woman to completely rely on the man really is for he got to be wealthy. He got to be stacked, and he's not working for an employer that can cut him at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how much you're making $90,000 a year. If you're working for somebody else and there's a layoff coming or the economy shifts and they gotta cut you out, lay you off, well, if she ain't working, honey, well, she's dead in the water too, because she completely relied on you. See, even though that's the way that the natural state of us, our bodies, would like to work, we just created a situation for ourselves. Nobody else created the situation. We created this where we find ourselves in our damn selves, right? And the babies that are born into what the ancestors of us, of our human race, and when we continue to follow and keep after, that are born into this bullshit, unfortunately have to spin around in this game we call life too, in its current state, right? So unfortunately, a woman cannot operate in the way that her body would like her to operate in, even if she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, unless she has a man that's a real producer who has a business that's been thriving for you for over a decade, right? A business that, no matter what happens to the economy, will still stand the test of that, right? Because he has a business that actually people need, right? No matter what. A business in food is a great example. We always gonna need to eat, right? Maybe a business of toilet paper, cost efficiency on the market. If you can have something that competes, they'll always be needed because we always need to wipe our asses because we always got to shit, right? Things like that, right? The water business, something, I don't know. Everybody's buying into this water, even though nobody needs to buy bottled water, folks. You don't need to buy bottled water, but you hoes, you gonna buy the marketing, so you gonna buy the bottled water. Ooh, the tap water, this. Ooh. In some ways, there is legitimacy in that. Okay, but other ways, other tap waters that they find, they ain't that much different from the water they bottling, but you sit here wasting your money buying bottled waters. Okay, but the point is, somebody on the other side is making money, and so you gonna always need to drink waters, right? As long as they got your mind that water for the water thing and the bottle thing, the bottle of water, as long as they got your mind like that, they'll always make money. But if you got a man that's in, like, I don't know, the clothing business, a man that sells jewelry or something, business suits, well, he's in trouble if the economy takes a hit like it did for coronavirus, and nobody trying to buy no suits like that, nobody trying to buy no jewelry, or nobody trying to buy no shoes or whatever, things that are not actually like needed, like on a fundamental human animal level, will always go down. You know what I'm saying? But businesses that attend to the human animal basic need level will always be in demand. Even sex, yes, sex will always be in demand. Why? Because it's at a basic human instinctual level that just won't go away. If a man is selling tampons, well, that's a business that's needed because a woman is going to always need to take care of that personal area. So she going to need them tampons, and hey, maybe somehow he convinced a certain audience that he's the best one for the job to sell you that product, even though you may not even know it's a man selling the product, okay? And he would like to keep it that way. But all this to say is that a man can no longer truly be a reliant if you plan on not having to work ever again as a woman, because our society as a human animal race over centuries, here we are now, has changed to where that is just not a thing. That's not a smart thing anymore. But what is smart when you're playing the hypergamy game as a woman, you know, even if you're playing it, even if you're playing it as a gay man, for another gay man who's rich and has money, right? But you at the bottom, a working class person at the bottom. But somehow you got the desirability that a lot of these guys are going for in the gay community, right? What's considered most desirable by people. You got that going on for you, even though you're at the bottom, and they snatch you up, right? But it don't matter what you are when it comes to a man, right? It's not great to rely on him on alone. Like I said, there are very few men that you can rely on all the time. But then again, what if that man dies, honey? You know what I'm saying? So really, no man can really be relied on completely. I mean, a man is just a mortal human animal that can be taken out by anything at any time, no matter how much money or business or wealth he got or knowledge he got. So the thing is, a woman who's smart, has something going for herself, she still needs to be working, or a man, or transgender, whatever, still needs to be working for themselves. But the smart ones are trying to get a man that is better than them, or just right there, so they don't have to do the things that women are not truly supposed to be doing anyway, right? They weren't designed to do. So they want to get a producer man. They want to get a high value man that could take over the boat, but she still got her income coming in because she's doing her thing, what she likes to do. Especially if the man goes under or if he's dead. She still got her career on and popping. But now she said, okay, now she's like, I'm set, I'm good, I got my money, he's dead, something happened to his business, whatever. Honey, love is not going to be good enough, unfortunately. It never is, never was. Sorry, folks. Love is not good enough to keep a relationship together. It's not ever going to be. Nope, not the current human capitalist money condition that we find ourselves in. So, sorry. Love is never going to be enough for any relationship. Okay? There's so many variables and dynamics to what makes a healthy relationship. Anyway, so the woman has her money, she has her job, her little job, whatever. She's working, right? Because she knows that a man could be anything happens to a man, honey. She's not, or he, or transgender or whatever. It's not relying on that man alone. They rely on the man to do what a man is supposed to do. And if you're, like I said, if you're a man and a man together, well, you obviously don't, your situation is different from a man and a woman because you're both men. You both have that, you both can be doing the things that men do and whatever, whatnot. So you really don't actually, the thing with gay men is that they don't actually need to rely on each other in those types of way that a man and a woman does, because they're equal, okay, on those playing fields of being the same sex, right? So a man and a man don't necessarily need to be in a relationship, right? But two men with incomes is better than one, especially in this economy that we find ourselves in, all right? But two men don't really need each other the way that a woman biologically, whether she likes to admit it or not, needs a man. Because it's just she's just biologically set up that way. Period. She's biologically set up that way to need one. Now, yes, there are lesbian women. Hey, my girls. Yes, girls. Yes, girls. Lesbian women that are set up biologically with more adrenaline and testosterone. They come out and they're operating more like a man, at least in the mind. The mind is ticking like a man. But their body is still ticking like a woman and still has ovulations. Their body is still ticking like a woman and has these cramps and things because their body is still getting ready for the childbirth. So for women, lesbian women that are like that, their mind is ticking like a man, right? By nature, by logic, that's just what happened. But their body is ticking like a woman still, for the most part. So most of their body is still like woman. And they're having good. They still gotta have periods. They still gotta. Those are the things that a woman's body goes through. They're different in the way that their body would yearn for a man for certain things, right? That's why I like the dynamic of the more masculine women that are lesbians and the more feminine women that are lesbians. They belong together the most because they can provide something for each other with a yin and yang. But the thing is that gets in their way, you know, and this is the gay man talking himself based on the sexes, is that there's not a man these two women together will never be able to work like a man works. See, a man was made to work, right? A man was made to work. Come on, get out. Especially, man is young, he's ready. Okay, he's made to work. But a woman's body is not made to work like that. That was never the woman's body's focus by nature. Okay, wasn't made to work like a man. Okay, wasn't made to work like a man. Although there are women out there that will try. They will try to work like a man. Okay. They will try to work like a man, and they just end up miserable and aggressive in ways that most likely manless, okay, for the ones that are trying to be the man, right? But it doesn't work out for you, and you're wondering why. Well, society has steered you in the wrong direction. Society has taken the woman's movement to be equal to a man way too far. They've taken it way too far. Okay? Because there are just some things that women should not do on a man's level because their body doesn't truly allow them to without fighting back against you. Without fighting back against them. Your body will fight you back, woman, if you try to act in ways that it's not made for. But you still push on anyway, so you're kind of miserable every day, and you're a bitch. Okay? Because you're not made to run a company like a man, right? You're not made to run things the man's floor like a man can, honey. You're just not made for it. Not your fault. It's not that you were born as a woman. Right? And it's just never going to work out well for you when you try to take it that far. So you need to get in the workforce and do just enough. But smart women will get a producer man, right? They'll get a man that's making some money, some real money. They'll get a man that has a business, you know, and it can survive through the storm. Smart women who are actually thinking like that, not gold diggers, not women who don't want to work at all. No, we're talking about higher conscious women that got their own enough, but they're gonna need that man to really top things out, take things to the next level, that really got someone to produce. They're not the producer man. They're not men at the bottom struggling, working 9 to 5 jobs that can't do nothing for these women, right? No. These are women looking for higher level men because of the way this capitalist world that we find ourselves in is. Okay? Okay? Right. So, with that being said, this is why women who are very smart and got their cookies together to a degree, but now they need a man to take them to take it to the next level. Okay, for so many reasons, not just money, but other things that a woman needs from a man. Okay, not just money. For women that are like that, women who are like the heterosexual people. See, when it comes to us as gay people, we're kind of like a byproduct of the success of the human race, right? We're not necessarily needed in the ways of reproduction, but I believe that we slowed down production while we were supposed to. But then, you know, the man that had that thought they had the power decided to intervene in a lot of ways and force us to have babies and things, you know, and that's still the case in many places in the world, even today. You know what I'm saying? This is America right here, but it was like that before recently, really, that, you know, lesbians sometimes would get together with gay men they knew were gay men and have babies just to make it look good for society or whatever, but it was just a contractual agreement so they could live and go about their lives, you know, but they weren't really able to live to their true selves in the light, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of places in the world, 77 or less, haven't even had the movement that we've had, you know. So these people are still in the closet. They still gotta get married to the other sex by a certain age that's expected by society, and have kids they would otherwise never had. Kids that really shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're really talking about that dynamic when it comes to the ones that are important for populating the planet, the ones that are important for the dynamics of the way that man and woman's bodies work, that are operating in the typical ways. You know what I'm saying? So, hypergamy. It's strategic when a woman is doing in the workforce what she's supposed to be doing, and she's not taking it too far, trying to beat the man. No, she's making her little coin, but now she's smart and she's going to get a man that can know her worth, and that is a high value man. And she's got to know that she's got something to offer too, obviously, or else she's not going to get the man that she's trying to go after. You know what I'm saying? She got to know that she has something to offer, right? So, like I said, hypergamy is a great thing because nobody needs a broke, dusty. You could be a good old guy. You know what I'm saying? You could be a good old guy. You know, you were born in the unfortunate situation that a lot of us are born in. You could be a good, nice guy, like, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. But if you're making $30,000 or less than a 9 to 5 or something like that, you have no use for a woman of that stature that needs somebody better than her that can really take the reins for the most part while she does her thing. And that's when hypergamy is a great thing for those kind of women. And in the offbeat cases of gay men and lesbian women, right? All right. This has been Peyton 3.0, the EDM and drum set vocalist Zombie Supreme. Thank you for joining me today for this episode of The Truth Is. Make sure if you like this video, you go ahead and comment, you like, you share, hit the notification bell, honey. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and show some socials, right? this is really just for my EDM, electronic dance music people. That's what this is for. But there is one social media here for you, the average viewer, okay, of the episodes like this, which is going to be sessionslive.com. Sessionslive.com is a streaming website that is just made for musicians. We can play all the copyrighted music to our heart's content and not get flagged for it. And that's the great thing, because there's literally no other place you can go streaming and play copyrighted music and not get flagged by the social media site for it. No other place but here. So you can go ahead and request your favorite song for me to sing if you're into singing and all that and music and whatnot. We can get to know each other. It's live, it's gamified, so it's really fun, you know. So when you put that URL under Sessions Live into your browser, you'll come across my profile page, and there you're able to put your email in. Once you press the follow button, if you press the subscribe button, it's going to charge you $4.99 a month. I would say thank you, because all the money is going to me. Okay, but making that commitment right out the gate may not be comfortable for you. So press the follow button, you know, enter your email in, get a screen name and avatar. You're good to go, and it'll alert you when I go live. Yes. Well, this has been Peyton 3.0, and I will see you on the next episode of The Truth Is. Bye-bye now. Let me know what you think in the comment section, please. I know it's going to be an interesting conversation.